Me, the 13th Duke of Wimbledon, here, in a French maid's finishing school, at 3 o'clock in the morning. My reputation? Bingo.
Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. And today I'm doing another episode of Wristwatch Talk. Today we're going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to split it up into subsections as I've got quite a lot to cover here. First of all, I'm just going to talk about the channel. I've got a couple of special announcements, and also a few things I'd really like to get your guys' opinion on. Then we're going to take a look at Sinn watches. There are a few Sinn watches that are kind of on my radar. Again, something I really want your guys' opinion on. It's a brand that I have had no experience of in person, so I've only ever seen them online or in videos. So I'd really like to get you guys' input on that. So as well as that, I've also received a very special package from Rome, from a favorite company of mine that I'm going to be talking about. And also, I posted a picture, I think it was either yesterday or a few days ago on my Instagram, and the picture went viral, and it was of this, which I just recently bought, and I was quite surprised. It's just a very cheap, Chinese-made, mass-produced leather watch case, but it's absolutely fantastic, and I got it for very cheap. The reason I got this is because I'm planning a trip back to the UK. I wanted to take my collection with me. I wanted to transport it in something small, compact, that would protect the watches. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money because apart from this journey, it's the only time I'm ever actually going to get to use this. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, but actually it's quite a decent offering, just a cheapo from Amazon. But I had so many requests from this picture going viral on Instagram, because it was then reblogged by What's On Your Wrist. Well, sorry, it was then reblogged by What's On Your Wrist.tumblr, which is one of my favorite tumblers. And then of course it went viral. And I didn't expect it to. I just, my Instagram is purely just for fun, but it's nice that it's generated some traffic. And when social media all works in tandem together, it can be an extremely effective tool and of attracting new viewers and new watch enthusiasts that either should know about the channel or I feel could benefit from the channel, and valued viewers that I really do appreciate. So it was a really cool surprise, and a massive thank you to What's On Your Wrist.tumblr. It's a fantastic Tumblr. I'll add a link in the description. It's one of my favorite Tumblrs to follow. I am extremely addicted to Tumblr. My Tumblr, it's grown. I've had it about 3 years, and it's grown. It's even larger than my YouTube channel. So it's quite a thing in itself, and I cover everything from watches to art to cinema to design, architecture, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so that was really cool, and of course I always listen to the viewers, and a lot of you wanted to know what this box was, so we'll talk about it in just a moment. Anyway, first I wanted to address a few things I also wanted to kind of ask you guys' opinion on. At the moment, if you've noticed, I do about 3 videos a week. 2 of them are on watches, and 1 of them is on either a watch-related subject. Now, the reason is because obviously there's so much more to life than watches, and it's just one of my many hobbies. One of the most important parts of being a gentleman in this modern day world is to be well-rounded. And if I was to focus solely on watches, I would be making the same mistakes that other channels You know, I see a lot of like men's fashion channels and a lot of lifestyle channels, especially the men's fashion channels. They cover everything on how to look good, but they miss out the most important thing, which is, you know, what's going on in here. And that's why I always try and make an effort to include cultural and lifestyle content, because the most important thing is, of course, it's important to have decent quality shirts and a lovely wristwatch, but the wristwatch and the suit don't make the man. You know, half of it is what's in here, is the intellect, is being worldly in education. And I don't mean you don't have to go to the best schools. I certainly didn't. You know, I'm the least academic. You know, you'll see mistakes all the time. But one thing you can learn is experience and through living life and from travel and this really enriches not only your soul but your mind and your life, you know. So that's why I always structure my videos in that particular order. Obviously the main passion, the main reason why a lot of you here are watching is for the horology content, the watches, reviews, and that's fine. I will always do that. I adore watches, as you know. That's never going to stop, but it is important not to neglect the other important aspects of being a well-rounded individual, because otherwise you fall into the trap of Philistinism, and you know, there's nothing worse than being ignorant of you know, this amazing world full of culture and full of art and cinema and literature, and there's just so much to learn from, and actually the understanding of watches can be more profound and more, you know, you appreciate things more with a kind of, by putting history and art and design and all of these things into context. You understand horology to a deeper level, and I think that's what really kind of separates this channel from the other watch channels, and not only that, but the other lifestyle channels as well, because it is vitally important. So what surprises me is a lot of these channels, like, I won't mention any names, but a lot of these fashion channels, they talk endlessly about, you know, how to tie a bow tie, how to get a suit that is fitted, but they neglect the most important accessory, the most important thing a man can own, and it's not a car, it's not a house, it's a wristwatch. It's a tradition that needs to come back. I really want to concentrate on that. I really want to bring that point home. It's vitally important. You know, women have their shoes, women have their handbags, their makeup, their you know, their lipstick, their nail polish, and you know, their dresses, and never ending, you know. But what have we got? Cars maybe, but these things are really out of a lot of people's grasp. And you know, a watch, a decent wristwatch, really isn't that expensive. I mean, the other day we just reviewed the Orient Star Classic, and that's going for $400. I mean, I don't think it's going to go for $400 it's going to sell out. I mean, at that price it's unbelievable, but you're getting a real piece of horology, something you can hand down to the next generation. You know, you pair that watch with a nice sports jacket, a decent shirt. Make sure that you put some effort into your personal grooming, and before you know it, you're probably the most stylish person in the room, or the most stylish person at your job. It doesn't require, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. And at the same time, you know, I want to encourage those people that are new to the hobby to get into it, because it really is the only accessory, or the only, you know, some of us wear signet rings. You know, I have a tiny little pendant, but some people don't like jewelry. But something that I do think that is essential to every single gentleman is a decent mechanical or automatic wristwatch. So I'm going to be really kind of concentrating on that and really trying to bring the message to a wider audience, because I think a lot of these lifestyle and fashion, especially men's fashion channels are neglecting this tradition, and it needs to come back. The watch industry, it's never been better. You know, the offerings have never been better. We have never seen so many fantastic, affordable pieces. I mean, you compare the Orient Star Classic to what choices a man had back in the 60s. Even though it is obviously a retro piece, it's technically, it's more accurate, it's better made, it's going to last you longer, it's more affordable, you know, and it has that classic style. So it's just, you know, there is no excuse not to have a really good wristwatch. And I say again, you don't have to spend a huge amount of money. You know, you do have these luxury gurus, these you know, that try and push you into buying something that is extremely expensive because of its branding, because of its prestige. And I don't think you necessarily have to do that. Maybe if you get into the hobby and you really want to get something on that level further down the line, that's fine. But there's no reason that you can't be happy just with, you know, a decent Orient, a Seiko Diver, maybe an Omega here, and a Datejust. There's, you know, what more do you really need? I mean, you don't even really need a collection. You know, there are a lot of viewers of the channel that just are one watch collectors. You know, they've done it, they've settled, you know. So there's a lot of stuff to discuss there, and I think, you know, we're gonna definitely be focusing on this in future videos. So with that being said, I always am open to your suggestions. If you would, you know, what watches, you know, please nominate, have a look at Long Island watches as well. Nominate a watch to be reviewed, you know, just comment down in the comments below. Also on the cultural content, a lot of you want to see more stuff of New York. That's fine. I got 2 vacations coming up. I'll talk about in more detail later on. If you feel that there is something specifically, especially here in New York, you'd like to see, then please just let me know. Let's cut to POV perspective and have a look at a couple of items I've picked up. Okay guys, and here we are back again in POV perspective. So this box, I just wanted to get something very affordable. I'm only going to use this maybe a few times a year, so I didn't want to get something, you know, ultra expensive, ultra luxury. This is just a cheapo from Amazon, you know, made in China, faux leather, nothing really amazing. But because so many of you wanted to know about this on the Instagram, I thought I'd share it with you today. So just a standard little zip around, and then you open it up and it has 8 spaces. So as you can see, I've got this is what I call my American wing of the collection, because as you guys know, I keep quite a few of my pieces back in the UK. I don't want to have all my nice pieces in one place. And you know, you get this flap here so that they don't bang into each other, and it does a good job. Obviously you can see that they will take larger watches. My only criticism is the band is a bit tricky to get in there. There you can see the lovely Orient, and and you're probably wondering if these are in here, what is on my wrist. So I'm actually wearing the new Oris, which is stunning. Look at that bezel, absolutely stunning. Anyway, now I've put it on a Hirsch lizard grain. Anyway, of course I'm going to review this later, but I just wanted to share with you this case. This construction is fine. You know, it's just a mass-produced thing. I spent about $30 on it. Nothing really amazing, but it's gonna, because what I wanted to do, I want to take all my watches back to the UK and do a group collection, and have my watches all in one place in one time in one video, which I've never ever done, and I needed something secure and solid to take on the plane with me. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to share with you guys, I got a lovely, fantastic package from Rome, and the clue is in the smell. It smells absolutely divine. So what have we got inside? Well, what happened is Colareb in Roma, shout out to Fabio, by the way, thank you very much. They actually happened to see my video I made on on their straps. And actually, let me just open the box back up again. If you remember, let me get the orient out. If you remember, I reviewed this just the other day, and I absolutely adore their straps, especially the distressed Venezia strap here. Let's just put that there. They happened to see my video and they were very impressed with the channel, and we got talking, and they very kindly, Fabio very kindly agreed to send a few samples for me to consider. And I got to admit, they were very fast from Rome. I was quite impressed. He sent me 4 samples, which I'm gonna fit on on a few of my watches, and they come like this, and they're absolutely stunning. I didn't want to take them out of the packaging because I wanted to share with you guys. Designed and manufactured in Italy, handmade, the highest quality. And if you want to get your own, check out Colareb.it, and they have all kinds of combinations. So this is a lovely kind of light brown, a bit like the one I had on the Squale. And we have a really cool, I love this one. This is Distress. I think this is going to go on the Speedy. What do you guys think? And it just smells, it smells, it's got that new shoe smell, you know. And these are beautifully made, absolutely stunning. Another kind of suede blue, navy blue, absolute stunning. Imagine this on a Seamaster. It's just going to be pure class. And lastly, the black, very, very nice, 20mm I think this one is. I think I'm going to put that on the Submariner. What do you guys think? Should I put it on the Sub? Yeah, I think so. Anyway guys, so I will be reviewing and talking about these straps again. This is probably become my favorite, well, you can understand why, leather strap maker. They are unbelievable in quality, unbeatable in price, fast, reliable, a pleasure to deal with. So I will leave a link. You can get them on Holborn's, or you can order them directly from Italy. Okay guys, so now let's switch back to, let's go back to my little studio over there. Okay guys, welcome back, and I thought I'd take a quick look at something that's been on my radar for quite a while, and that is Sinn watches. There are 2 models that I really like the look of. Firstly is the U1, which is this kind of, it makes me think of the Terminator movies. It has this kind of militaristic, I'd say industrial kind of aesthetic. You may like it, you may absolutely hate it. It really looks terrific on a NATO strap there. I love these red hands, they just pop with the black, and I'm not so keen on these kind of bracelets. I do prefer, I think a rubber band would really work on this. It even looks good on leather. I really like the look of these. I can't find a place that stocks them, or you know, I would really like to see them in the flesh. So if any of you guys have had experiences with the Sinn, and really like to hear your opinion, if they are as good as everything I've heard about them and read, I would actually consider buying one. And maybe not a long-term goal, but something in the more immediate future. If you guys are interested to see me review them. Another model that I also do like. Of course, I've always had a thing for the Breitling Navitimer. The only thing that stops me, of course, is their gigantic size. But there is a Sinn version, which I believe, I can't remember the story, but I think they actually bought did they come up with the Navitimer design? Anyway, you guys can fill me in. You know, there's so many of you are far, your knowledge of horology and watches is just far superior to mine, so maybe you could fill me in. But there is a 40mm version, and it is quite striking. I think it's like that, and it has the white inner bezel that you can rotate with the second crown here. Will it kind of quench the Navitimer thirst I have, or is it you know, am I wasting my time? I do like that grey. I do like this grey. it is quite nice, isn't it? But then again, you know, I'm still lusty after this. I don't know, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? It's been on my radar for quite a while. Every so often somebody mentions it on the channel. Would it be worth kind of looking into? I don't know. Don't really know that much about them, so I would really appreciate you guys' opinion. And if any of you own a Sinn, I mean, look at that. It is pretty good looking piece, don't you think? Would it quench my navid time of thirst? I don't know. Let's have a look. There's actually one being compared side by side. I would guess this is 42 and that's 40. Do love this kind of aviation look. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Alright guys, let's go back to the studio. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just email me. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And I'll definitely catch you next time. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Ciao.